Yes, everyone, welcome back tonight, my guys. How you all doing today? Yeah, man, big game tonight against Wolves. We can't be slipping, can't be taking any L's. It's a really important occasion today, and we're seeing the lineup a little bit interesting. I think the fact that Felix and Nkunku don't start, I mean, it doesn't really speak volumes about their careers at this football club anymore, or what Maresca actually thinks about them, how he rates them. I don't think he's rating these men very highly at all, to keep things brutally honest with you. So, yeah, there's definitely that to have to think about and consider. But I don't know, man. We have to see what we can do. I still think there's enough quality in this team. I still think that there's enough capability. We know that Jalaba's in the lineup today, which is a massive. I mean, we all expected him to play today. Let's keep it real. But I think he's going to be a big boost to us. And I'm actually excited to see that Reece James is actually in the lineup. I think we were all a little bit, or maybe I was surprised with what Maresca was saying in the press conference. I thought maybe he wants to ease him into things a little bit, maybe just like be a bit precautionary. But that doesn't seem to be the case. And Reece James is about to play today. And, after seeing how he ended the game against Bournemouth, I mean, I always have confidence when my captain's playing. I got to keep things brutally honest. So, yeah, man, I'm really hoping for a positive home performance. Our performances at home recently, they've been good. They've not been bad performances. It's just that our game management, our control, that's been the poor thing. That's been the inconsistent thing. And that's the thing that has to improve upon right now. But if we can do those things, if we can control how we play and what we do, yeah, I'm feeling optimistic about our chances tonight. Wolves relegation favourites, or maybe they've kind of. I think they'll have enough quality to get out of it in the end if I'm keeping things real. But you know, they're a team tonight where listen, if we start strong, start fast, start aggressively, we can really hurt these guys. We can hurt their confidence. And when their confidence is gone, they essentially beat themselves. That's how these teams are. But our thing is, if we're going to be playing this 100-mile-an-hour football, we need to show instantly that we can actually kill teams off when you have to. If you don't kill these teams off when you have to, you've got no hope, you've got no chance. And I think that's the thing that's been catching us out recently, and that's what we have to see big improvements in, man. Massive improvements in. So listen, I'm always optimistic when my team's playing. Obviously, I'm always gonna hope for better things, for good things. Don't like being Mr. Negativity for the sake of it. And I feel like, listen, the quality, when you're spending this amount of money on these types of players, yeah, it can't just be, you need to have some faith that these men are going to be serious, that they're going to come strong and right all these wrongs. We've got a tough game coming against Man City, massive game against Man City coming up very soon. And it's just like, you need to go into that game with a win and a W under your belt. And if we lose against City, they can be above us in the table, and things get a bit harder. They get more difficult. So, yeah, man. This Wolves team. Listen, Wolves. They've got like decent players. Andre, Cunha, Strand Larson, Eight Nori. They're a team of decent quality, decent ability. So, bro, we have to come serious today. We have to come correct today, and we need to make something happen against Wolves, man. Otherwise, it's not looking good for us. It's just not looking good for us. So let's see how things go. I'm feeling optimistic, hoping for better things. And yeah, man, that's all we can do. That's all we can hope for. Kickoff is about to take place. Apologies for the late arrival and stream. I'm just a busy guy. I had gym, had to eat afterwards, and yeah, had live stuff to do, man. But anyway, it's about to kick off soon. Cunha, the danger man, 10 goals, 4 assists, and 20 appearances this season. You think to yourself, if you can control this guy, maybe you control the outcome of this game. Be a dangerous weapon on the counter-attack. We have to be working in tandem. If we can nullify him, then we got a good hope, right? But last season, he scored a hat-trick on our heads in our own stadium. So I got respect for this guy. And I think he's really developing at the moment. We're seeing the customary team huddle. We've seen that a lot of times. Yeah, these guys got the, confidence in each other's game. But you want to see the quality now in the team performance in terms of how they manage these things now, man. Like, it really is that simple. Kick off, Cole Palmer doing a few key PRPs in the center circle. About to kick things off for us right now. Nico's giving a hug to Strand Larson. And we're about to kick things off, my guys. 3, 2, 1. And we move. Come on, boys. Come on. We have to get this win tonight, man. Nico. See how he brings that down beautifully? This is why I'm not going to ever give up on this guy. Because, listen, I just know he's one of those guys when he's like 24, 25, 26. He's going to be good. That's just how it works for most players in this game. Yeah, most players in this game. Like, the ironic thing is that clubs are just so never ending. They're so incessant on signing them young. But a lot of times they're not. Most of these guys aren't fully ready to be showing that level of completion and mastery and precision in their game. It does not work like that. Yeah, all the world class guys you think of, they needed time. They had things hard when they were younger. That's how it goes, man. You can't be using your Vinnies and your Mbappes and Haalands as the benchmark. These guys are the outlier. That's why they're the best in the world. Anyway, Reece James corner. Come on, flipping hell, Sky. Don't be pissing me off with the stream quality today. Yeah, you guys, in terms of links, I don't have any links for you. So I'm hoping you guys can show love within yourselves in the comments. And whatever links you're using, let us know. I'm obviously, I got a Sky subscription. I'm watching this online, so I don't need any of that. Anyway, we're on the ball right now. Jalabert on the left-hand side. There's a commenter who was expecting Cucurella to invert. Yeah. I thought to myself, listen, if Jalabert inverts, it could work. But if he doesn't do that tonight, then it's never going to happen, realistically. So I thought, let me see how it goes. But anyway, what a touch into space. But working great strength. And then the Wolves defender comes. Bueno comes to support Aït-Nouri. But Aït-Nouri, he's sick going forward, yeah? But I feel like defensively, these moments here, you can get him for the beating. And listen, I thought Noni had a great game against Kirkes, against Bournemouth. He had the beating of him quite a lot, which he's done to a lot of fullbacks and wingbacks this season. I agree with Maresca. A lot of attention is on Nico, but we're not seeing many shots coming from the wingers recently. Like, are they too wide? Are they too far removed? At times, I get it. But there needs to be more threat outside of Palmer and Nico. But anyway, Noni on the ball again, released by Cole Palmer. Noni comes inside, but that wasn't the time to take a shot, bro. That was not the opportunity then. But I like the idea. And again, it's a strong start. It's like the 4th game in a row now. We've seen a strong start against the opposition. Aït-Nouri plays it long to absolutely no one. And this is what I mean. If you're going to play aggressively like this, if you're going to play to unsettle the opposition straight from kickoff, momentum has to be on our side. Anyway, Jalabert. Outside the boot passes. Yeah, bro, this guy should never have left us. What a disgrace. I just love the fact that he's instantly back in the team. With all that nonsense in the summer, they're trying to lie to us saying he doesn't have the quality. There's doubts whether he can play in the system. Are you... Like, listen, these directors do some good things, but my God, do they... Now it's like... piss me off sometimes. Like, what will be real with you, man? Oh, come on, Reece. Reece. Yes, he just about saves it. That's it, Reece James, man. When you're built like a brick, it's very hard for guys to get around you. That was a very tight battle between himself and Cunha. But anyway, Cole Palmer, he's dropped deep now. Spreads it wide to an inverted Cucurella, who's bombing forwards. Who bears the box penetration? Where's the third man runs? Back to Cole. Spreads it wide to Moises. Spreads it even wider to Noni. Noni's running at his man. Plays it back inside to Dewsbury Hall. Can he put a cross in the box? Far post. That's a nice ball. Oh, well defended. Come on, boys. Yeah, good to see you guys here though in the chat, man. Hope you guys are doing good. Corner time. Neto corner left and side. Can he get an assist on his old club's head right now? That's what I need to see. That's what I need to see. It's been a nice bright start this first 5 minutes. Now is the time to get the first goal. Wolves are looking rattled. Get a goal in their heads right now. Neto, oh, that's a nice ball. But just goes over everyone's head, and now it's a counter-attack. Aït-Nouri leading the charge right now, looking for options. Sarabia, no pace. But he has the ball. Strand Larsen opposite side. Eight Nori's gonna go for it. That was good play by Eight Nori. Good intelligent play then to keep the ball. A lot of guys would have forced the shot or forced the through ball then. But yeah, that was good play. And Wolves keep the ball now. They spread wide and start to hold our shape and wait for them to come onto us now. Mosquera to Sarabia. Good pressing to force it all the way back. But they still want to keep the ball. They still want to play out from the back. That's it, Tolson. All the way nice and tight. But it's decent play by Wolves, I have to say it. Decent play by Wolves then. Good, Tolson have done a little bit more. But that's Cunha. Very difficult. Oh my God. What a fucking tackle, Trevor Chalobah. I thought Wolves had just like dissected us then. I thought they did it because I'm not going to lie, they played some sick football then. Cunha absolutely sold Tolson a dream. The brilliant ball outside the box and Chalobah is there. Look at Strand Larsen sticking his tongue out. He knew he was set up then. He knew he was set up in Trevor Chalobah. Bro, the way this football club has disrespected this guy. Oh, it's a disgrace. I have to say, it's an absolute disgrace. What a tackle. Forcing incessant buys. Badia, Disassi, these guys aren't better than him. This is desperation to sell. Honestly, man, it really gets on my nerves. Really gets on my nerves. Superb tackle from Trev, man. Okay, keeping the ball, keeping the ball. Noni, just play it back inside to Reese, who's playing the wide centre-back role tonight. Kukurea more inverted, allows Dewsbury Hall to get forward. Nico Jackson, maybe a bit of an advantage. You know, obviously, doesn't win the ball back fairly. But that was a nice little run then. Look at Nico trying to run in between their defence. I mean, the ball forced him kind of wide then. But, you know, I think those type of runs in between Wolves' defence, those diagonal runs, you got to do that to stretch him. That's what frees up Cole Palmer. Like, when Palmer scores a lot of goals, it comes from the fact that Nico is occupied. And it frees a lot of space for Palmer to get in the books with, man. A lot of space. You know, Trevor Chalobah brought down. Very strong sub. That's the thing, like when you're introducing a player that already has experience with the squad in this stadium, you don't have to worry about him needing time to settle or time to get back into things. He's instantly ready. Like, you don't have to do that. Tosin, searching ball. That's a great ball to release Noni down the right-hand side. Noni facing his man 1v1. In Swinger in the box. Only have Kukurea there attacking it. I keep saying, for all these like super crosses we have in the team, we don't have enough players that can take advantage of the aerial quality we have. That is something that has to be addressed. I'm sorry, it has to get addressed at some point. I feel like we're missing out. You know, we lose a few points every season based on the fact that no one is on the end of these crosses. Noni is just toying with 8 Nori. 8 Nori can't do nothing against this guy so far. Nice cross with his left foot, but then Saar then is able to claim that. Okay. Wolves. Play it back. You're seeing we're trying to stop Wolves getting it into the middle. Good reading then by Kukurea. We win the second ball. Kukurea plays it back to Moises. Moises heads up. Nice, cute chip pop ball into the path of Palmer, who wins the second ball back. Can he keep the ball again? Okay. Kukurea. Obviously, the inverted thing, you get why you use one. You want to overload the central areas, minimize opposition counterattacks. I get it. But like when a team like Man City do that, the difference is they have De Bruyne in the positions that Kukurea takes up when he's making those underlapping runs. You know, I do think, you know, an offensive player gives you like a little bit more, even though Kuku brings great balance, actually. I mean, I've been impressed with him this season. I think playing this way really suits this guy. Drilled into the feet of Palmer by Tosin. Great, quick, fast football. Noni again, 1v1 against St. Nori. Takes him on the outside, ball across. Ooh. Like, I think to myself, what can we do to be better? Like, we have so much dangerous territory, right? Oh! Nah. He still have the ball? Nah. That was crazy. What the hell happened then? But like, we create so much dangerous territory, right? With how we got the wingers out wide, pinning back the opposition fullbacks and wingbacks. You know, the opportunities for the cutbacks inside the box. But it just feels like it's not like the most optimum solution to break these teams down consistently, right? It still feels like we're lacking a little bit of something. Like when City were doing it against Ipswich, a lot of the cutbacks are like, they're easier to play. I feel like Noni has to put in a ball of life like quite a few times to find someone inside the box. But with Man City, you know, someone makes the ghost run, the decoy run. Oh, Noni brings it down well. Back inside to Palmer. Unlucky. Opens his body up for the shot. That's not bad. That's what I mean. I feel like maybe because City have more experience playing with each other. But it just feels like when they are creating the cutbacks and stuff like that, it's just a bit easier for them. They're not forcing it as much. And I think a lot of that comes from the movement, actually. The decoy runs. Just to create space for their teammates inside the box. Like when Foden scored his 2 goals against Ipswich yesterday. A lot of that came from a simple cutback cross from a De Bruyne, you know. They're not overcomplicating it. They're not playing a ball of life or ball of dreams to be able to create for their teammates. You know, obviously, you know, Wolves, you know, they've got the energy at the start of the game. They're probably a lot more ready to intercept and block. But can we do enough? Like when players, instead of like standing, waiting for the cross to come to you, can more be done to like move into spaces to create shooting opportunities for others? Can we not do things like that? Because, I don't know, I just feel like outside of that, if we don't do something like that, then the only other solution is signing a guy who's good in the air. That's the only other solution, realistically. But anyway, look. Reece James, he's quick and alert. He's on top of things. And there was a potential dangerous counter-attack for Wolves then. We've dealt with that danger. And look how quickly now we started a transition attack of our own. Neto, down the left-hand side. He's moving inside now. Who's he playing it to? Again, Noni has been so active, that right side. Everyone's on the far post, but it's just like, you know, instead of 4 man waiting for the ball to come far post, why is at least not one of these guys making a near post run? Think about opening the space up for your own teammate. I mean, seeing that City game against Ipswich, it really got me thinking, like, these are, like, City are always finding the optimum solution to play an easy ball inside the box. Like, I feel like this is, Noni's been sick so far, but you know, it is hard for him to find some. Look, ball in the box again. I get it. But like, we're not going to break down Wolves with one of these crosses. Yeah, they got 3 big guys. They're playing a game so they can deal with any cross coming their way. Like, what can be done in the future to be a bit more optimum with how we're trying to play for the cutback, you know? Moises, don't give any silly yellows away. Okay, good play. Force the mistake. Can we force a mistake? Pressing into his weaker foot, plays it back inside. Nico's on top of him. And is that a corner or goal kick? See? Okay, I think that's a goal kick then. But like, we're really forcing Wolves into like uncomfortable areas so far. But like, chat, like, am I making sense? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say about creating more optimum crossing solutions, you know? Like, I'm seeing guys are just hovering at the far post, waiting for a ball to come in. But are you going to, like, how often? You could play, like, 100 crosses, yeah? How many of them are going to get converted from guys at the far post, waiting for the ball to come their way? Like, I don't know. Yeah, too bad Nico's in the books. I don't know. I think it's a bit, a little bit condescending, to be honest. I mean, listen, Nico's more of like he's not that aerial type of striker. Yeah, I think his box danger is something he can definitely improve upon. But this is the thing with us Chelsea fans, right? If we had that box striker who's got movement inside the box, we'd then be complaining about the fact that actually does nothing in terms of our build-up play or offering anything outside of just operating inside the box, you know? And I think it's because we had a Didier Drogba who could do all of that. And you got to realize you need a guy in his absolute prime to be able to play to that level that consistently. It makes me understand why Barca decided to fork out big money for Lewandowski, because they think, listen, with all the youth and talent we have, we just need that old head up front that's going to have the quality to convert these opportunities and take their moments. Like if they had like a 21-year-old up front, for God's sake, I think, they're not scoring as many goals as they are right now. Because I think in particular, you need a lot of experience, Nico's in like his first form is how I see things. We're expecting him to quickly be on the second form when he's, adding all these different facets to his game that he just can't do right now. But he can as he gets better. But anyway, Torres from the line breaker. Tries to slot in Nico. Great play by Palmer. Can he force a shot? No, he doesn't. Oh, no one's there for the rebound. I'm always just unlucky. That was a great pass by Tosin. Nice idea by Palmer. The box presence. Noni's like too far. Like, Noni, why are you that fucking far? Not like, real talk. This is what I mean by, like, these guys have the quality, but it's the mental side to the game, right? Like, Noni, you could have forced Palmer to find you over the top then if you position yourself closer to goal. Like, I get it. The manager says hold the width, right? But at the same time, this is what I mean by when you have lots of youth. This is how they show their youthful and experience, in my opinion. Because, if that's a Salah, for example, is Mohamed Salah staying that wide, nowhere near the goal when he senses, actually, there's all the space in front of me to run towards goal. If I make this run, 9 times out of 10, I think a teammate's gonna find me, and that's how you gamble, right? And that's how you convert these like half chance moments to something more concrete. And I don't really feel like we necessarily show that type of experience as much in the final thirds. And I think a lot of that just comes from these guys being young, to be honest with you. A lot of that just comes from that youthfulness, to be fair. This is the thing where, training sessions alone, they're not going to accelerate this level of understanding. It's only just playing week in, week out. Maybe fine-tuning a few things when you're training and stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought Palmer then, listen, in this game, you make your own luck through moments like this, right? Philip, do I prefer Neto on the left flank or the right? I prefer him on the left at the moment. I just think that, because he can go right to the byline and put in a really lovely cross with his left foot, I think maybe he can hold the width by himself down there quite well, to be honest with you. I like Neto down the left, even though I think he's decent down both flanks. I think a guy like this in your squad, I think that's a smart guy to have in your squad regardless of anything. But again, chat, am I making sense with this whole Noni observation? Because I don't know, I just feel like there was a moment there to make that run far post, and I just feel like I've seen City do that all the time. I see Liverpool do that all the time. Madrid's, little, like those small actions, they make the big difference. Like, not everything can be like textbook. Like, we're not going to textbook our way into the lead all the time. And it feels like maybe if it's not Cole Palmer or transition attacks or things like that, we don't score like a wide variety of goals, right? We don't necessarily do that. We don't score a lot of goals that come from players gambling and the gamble paying off. Like old Chelsea teams of old, these are the moments we were making this is bread and butter for us. We were constantly gambling and winning our gambles. But I don't know, this team's a bit young. This is why I think to myself sometimes, if he just added a little bit of experience here and there, It might be helping a few of these guys, you know. Dewsbury Hall. Back inside to Tosin. I mean, we've created so many like 1v1 moments, but look, great pass by Tosin again. But I had the needle stuff. That wasn't the right move then. 3-man making a run to try and get on the end of an Ozil ball in behind. I mean, come on. It's got to be a bit smarter than that, boys. How about Delap? Philip, yeah, I see it. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you guys do. Not only just hot and cold, just needs consistency. I get it. But again, I also feel like it's not just that. It's also the fact that these guys are young. Okay, Robert Sanchez with his first Bozo moment. I've just accepted it's going to happen, to be honest with you. And to be fair, I've been watching a lot of football this week. I see a lot of keepers making silly mistakes. But anyway, Nico Jackson, that's the type of gamble I'm talking about. Dispossesses, single-handedly creates a counter-attack. But the touch was just too heavy. Palmer's there at least. Far post, Neto's there. Can he do something there? Lovely control of the chest. Unlucky. You see what I mean? Like, to take advantage of a moment like that, you needed a third-man runner who was just withdrawing from the play then to get ready to set himself up for a shot. That's what was needed then. Do we win the free kick? Nah, that was no free kick. Okay, counter-attack time. Cunha. This guy's like the one-man army. Oh, how? How? Cunha's like become one of the most fakest players in the league. This is what I mean. I like Cunha. I'm not going to lie, I rate Cunha. I love that style of player. But that was great pressing by Nico. Just overdoes it a little bit, you know. Like he's thinking too hot, not thinking as clear. As he's running towards goal, he's like, shit, what do I do now? And obviously he gets tackled. But yeah, Cunha, you know, these types of guys, you know, who they kind of play with their own rhythm and flow and on the cuff. And they're very inventive. You know, he's a hard player to contain. I think that's why he's done so well this season. One of the most, I don't know, for me, it's a reminder that, you know, when he was at Atletico, he was it Leipzig? And then Madrid signed him. And you can see why Atletico Madrid would sign him, right? A guy like this. But then that move came too soon. It was too soon for him, especially with the expectations and demands placed on him outside of just having fun on the field, right? And, oh, come on! Yeah, we're kind of putting Wolves under pressure right now. They're making some mistakes now. A communication mistake between Doherty. Nice ball in behind. Trevor Chalobah's asking questions then. Ooh. But like I was saying about Cunha, the Atleti move came too soon. And listen, if it's fans right now who only judge from what they see in front of their face, they'd be saying, he's not good enough, he's a flop, get him out of here. He had to go to Wolves just to find his rhythm, find his consistency. And now he's probably ready for another big move now. Reece James outside the box. Oh, that's it. Come on. It's offside, right? No? Offsides? VAR? Maybe that's offside realistically. That was a nice, dangerous ball by Neto. Reece James hovering outside the box. I mean, hey, Tosin looks like he's onside there. I think that's a goal. You guys. Tosin is clearly onside. Look at the Wolves guy on the far side where Chalobah is. I think he got his black players mixed up, to be honest with you. I think that's what's going on right now. He's getting them mixed up. That's a goal. Ref, that's a goal, man. Now that has to be a goal now, chat. He's on. Bro, this guy's on right now. Nah, come on, ref. He's onside, mate. He's onside. Bro, like, is it that hard? Oh, why, like, in this country, man? Why are these men so late with things? No handball. No handball either. There's no handball. And the brother's onside. Give the goal now, referee, man. Ref, give this goal right now. Chat, what is going on right now? What the hell is going on? Obviously. Come on. Obviously, like it ruins the emotion, the celebration. I can't force it right now, but finally we get our goal. Reece James just makes things happen from having good technique. Then if that's any other player, they attempt a stupid shot and it's either coming off a Wolves player or it's completely off target. But Reece James, man, look how he swivels his foot then to get his laces like on top of the ball to hit it downwards. Just little things like that. Reece James with that quality. And that's a lovely touch by Tosin. That's a striker's touch from Tosin. Yeah, striker's touch from Tosin. What's that? 3 goals now in 3 games? Come on. Lovely touch, man. Let's go. Yes, Reece James assist. That is. The way these men try the hardest not to give us the goal. I know. that's what they're wasting more time on. How can we find a way to not give this? Yes, Reece, man. Bro, Reece James, if God willing, if this guy can remain fit for the second half of the season, he single-handedly gives us life to get CL. Like, single-handedly. That's a good play, Sanchez. We're cooking Wolves so far. I need to cook them before we play against Man City. Yeah? They have to get cooked because we need that confidence against City. We have to be... My lord, it's been a long time since we've got a big body. But this City team, we're playing at the worst time right now. Of course, it's the worst time we play against them after they've spent like $250 million and just destroyed Ipswich 6-0 like it was nothing. Yeah, I don't care. We have to get ready for that game. That's a massive game. Kukurea, Neto just getting mixed up then. Come on, man. Anyway, good pressing. But Cunha, fucking guy, man. Yes, Reece James is the guy he's world class. You know, I kept saying in my videos, like until listen, I'm only selling Reece James if the injuries get that much severe that he's going down another level. Like he's playing for flipping Brighton or something. But that's not happening. That's not happening at all. And the thing with Reece is even if he gets injuries per season, if I get him for 50% of the season, that is a worthwhile investment because you ask yourself, you sell this guy, who the hell are you replacing him with for the same amount of minutes that Reece will be earning? No one. Like you got to see the bigger picture at play. So Reece James, good stuff. I think we're kind of set with these guys. We'll see if Action Pawn can squeeze through as well. But yeah, he's a player. We can get frustrated by the injuries, but you can never give up on this guy. And you can never say, get rid of him. He's not needed. Because who replaces him? Who is better than Reece James? Let's keep things real. Come on, Sanchez. We're going to need you here. I mean, I feel like I'm softening my stance on Sanchez. Yeah, he has these bozo moments, but I'm looking at a lot of football. I don't see many keepers who don't have these bozo moments, to be fair with you. And at least I rate Sanchez because a lot of the Stamford Bridge fans will start groaning and they'll start lacking confidence in him. But Sanchez don't let that affect his game. Like how it used to affect Kepa. The fast scroll and Kepa, his head was gone. He was out. He couldn't get back. So I give credit to Sanchez. I think he's been very solid. And he's been a very improved keeper this season for us, I have to say. The balls are, hey, they come. So be it. But how do you react? And I think this guy reacts pretty well, to be fair. Anyway, Tosin. Oh, Tosin, yeah? All right. Look at that Beckenbauer on the field right now. Some beautiful line-breaking passes. Carrying it out of danger. Like he's definitely in good form right now. Getting those 2 goals, those 2 bangers out of the books against Morecambe. This guy's definitely feeling himself at the moment. See, you guys, are you noticing it? You're noticing the left-hand side. Neto and Kukurea, they're not fully in sync. Yeah? Now, Kukurea and Sancho played a lot of games together. And you can see how in sync these men are. Sancho doesn't even have to look to his left-hand side because he knows Kukurea is already there for the overlap. But You know, Neto's doing, like, he's coming inside a bit more than Cucurella, I think, is used to. Because Sancho is holding the width down the left-hand side. So at the moment, we've seen play break down more down the left-hand side at the moment than the right-hand side, which is the interesting thing. Anyway, Nico drops deep into space. Good possession play, keeps that, passes it to Noni. Noni holds the ball, plays it back to Reece. See how Reece James, like the little technique then, it's like, you know what? I have to put my whole body in front of the ball then to protect it. Like he does so many smart things like that. Like most players lose the ball and get dispossessed, but not Reece James, man. Play, that's some nice football, boys. Dewsbury Hall, he switches the angle of attack. Okay, Neto against your former teammates. He's coming inside, which he likes to do. Coming inside again. Maybe there was no need for that. I don't know. Anyway, Cucurella is holding the width. Chalobah stepped up, spreads it back. Yeah, I mean, you know, Neto's coming inside. I don't really see what he's offering doing that. And I felt like because he came inside then, he's forced us to play the ball backwards now. When there was a moment for the ball to go forwards. Noni just up against Semedo this time. Aït-Nouri said, no, just spare me. And that's it. He wins the free kick. Now, the thing with Noni is that you can't, with guys this age, you can't just fully dismiss their game based on output, goals and assists. Like, as they get older, you can do that. But you have to remember, this guy is also a winger. So you have to also judge him by how he's getting past his man, the danger he's showing in the final third, you know, the crosses he's putting inside the box, these types of things. It's not just output. Bro, we don't have a team full of 26-year-olds and 27-year-olds. So we can be that ruthless, then you can start talking that way. But Noni, you know, I mentioned this point because he's I think he's one of the strongest wingers in the league. He gets past his man very consistently. I think he's well balanced. I'm hoping that as the season goes on, he finds himself inside a bit more. You know, I miss him taking shots. He's not doing that as much now. You know, he's playing more as a winger than an inside forward. Hopefully that can come back into his game. But, he's been all right. Reece James cross, far post, well defended then by Wolves. Okay, back inside to Noni, another cross, first time. Oh, Moises outside the box. The team are like, we have to get the second goal. Parmashai forcing it a little bit then. I don't think Neto was ready for that, man. Yeah, chat. Judes, we need a quick free kick routine. Yeah. Chelsea 24V TV. Our players have been found out. We are okay. Dave. Neto needs new studs. Maybe we'll see if he does that change in the second half. That's an interesting observation because he's slipping around a bit actually. That's a decent point. I mean, like when you guys used to play, did you prefer like short studs or like blades or like long ones or like, you know, what did you guys prefer? I don't know. Still, you know, until we get that second goal, I can't remain too comfortable because I've seen this game a million times with a better team in the first half by a fucking distance, by an absolute mile. But it don't mean nothing if you're not doing it over 90 minutes. But again, tactically, Wolves have been nullified quite a lot. We've mitigated many of their counterattacks. We've caused a lot of issues to their defence. We've really pinned back their wing-backs quite a lot. Again, on paper, in this half, we're doing a lot of the right things here. Oh, Gomez. Good aggression against Noni. Wins it back. Releases Semedo. Semedo on the left-hand side is an interesting one. Maybe the manager's thinking, I need Semedo's strong foot up against Noni's strong foot. Because Aït-Nouri was getting done for, to be honest with you. Don't foul, Moises. Don't worry, let's let him go. Let the ball go backwards. That's it. Neto against Aït-Nouri this time. I think that's an interesting one. That the manager just swapped the wing backs around because Aït-Nouri was getting done for. Let's keep it real. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's a good player, but go to Manchester United. Like, we don't need him, in my opinion. Don't come here. Yeah, like he's good at the front part, but the back part, he'll cost you at times. But anyway, well read then. I liked how the defense is in communication. You know, Reece James, Jalibert, Tosin. This is a brand new defense we're seeing. Listen, it's against Wolves. You can't be getting too gassed and too carried away. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. The communication, the distances, the gaps, you know? Like, they seem to be in tandem. I mean, I keep saying it, outrage. The Cucurella, that left-hand side keeps losing the ball, man. I wonder if Sancho comes on. Flipping hell, Moises, man. No, fucking no. Please, no. Please, no. Please tell me, bro, I have to say this, like, Moises, like, he's been making so many of these, like, mad type of tackles, right? I've always had this fear that one day you're going to get punished for it. You're going to let the contact, see? If it just falls on you the wrong way, like, oh, shit, please. Oh, I don't even want to see that, man. But, like, when you're tackling kind of mad like that, you know, it's like you're asking for trouble eventually. You're asking for trouble eventually, because if a guy falls on you wrong, or like the wrong contact with the wrong part, hopefully it's just painful and it's not anything serious injury-wise. Like, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully he can get up in 5 minutes, walk it off, and take it a bit easy. Because if Moises, now I can't even say it, chat. I can't even say it, yeah? I can't even say it. I can't even put that out in the universe, yeah? But I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes some of these guys, Fofanas and, you know, Moises, like, they tackle. It's like they exert themselves a bit too much. Like, you know, maybe I was a bit different when I used to play. Like, I wouldn't ever even dream of, like, trying to tackle with my wrong foot on the outside of my boot. Nah. Like, if I'm not tight, I used to like to get tight to my man, because I thought physically I can kind of, you know, hold myself against, like, a lot of players, to be honest with you. But yeah, I would never be doing this reckless stuff, throwing out my legs and mad angles to win the ball back. Nah. It's not going to happen. Anyway, Moises, come on. You're made of, you know, you're made of sterner stuff, man. Please be okay. Again, for a second then, I thought our season was flashing before my eyes. I thought, yeah, season's over now. Take out Moises. Bro, you guys, chat, I would be bringing back Santos straight. Ugo Chukwu, you're going to be back here next season, son. But right now, we need your ass at Strasbourg, because we have to bring back Andre. And yeah, we'll see you guys next season. I'm actually surprised that Ugo never got a Strasbourg loan. Like, if you have Ugo and Santos, why not have these guys playing together at Strasbourg? Imagine seeing Ugo and Santos together in midfield at Strasbourg. Low key, that's a nuts midfield to have, to borrow, actually. Dave, Jeff has been, he's been ace. Absolutely. Cream Egg, we have no midfield subs. Exactly. It gets tense now. We got no one in midfield to help if anything happens. And we got City next flipping weekend. We counter-attack now. Wolves, Cunha in an area I don't like him to be in. Bro, Cunha, man. Cunha. Like, every pass, like, he's playing these passes at such sick angles. It's been constantly taking us out throughout this game. Outside the boot, then into the feet. I mean, in these areas when he has space to operate in, Cunha, like, he makes a lot happen, man. Sorry, you guys. That's something with an editor right now. I'm trying to like work with a few people, and yeah, there's some crazy misunderstanding, which is really stressing me out and baffling me for some reason. Anyway, Palmer spreads it. Neto. Again, guys in the far post, back inside to Kukurea. It's like we create a lot of these box entries, right? And a lot of danger. But sometimes it feels like fake danger a little bit because I look at the scenario and I think to myself, who's actually ready to attack this cross, or who's ready to get on the end of this? Where's the shot going to come from? It's like we get impotent near the ends. Like the build up is sick. Like we're our game's really good. We're talking her out her pants, but then when it comes to just getting the strokes in, boom. You can't perform. That is awful. And you know what? I hope you guys just forget the last 30 seconds. I don't know what the hell I was saying right now. But yeah, man, I just feel like, yeah, we get in these dangerous areas, but like, is there really much like a serious end product, Like, I don't see it. I see two small men, Dewsbury Hall and Nico. Yeah, Nico, they're getting outmarks in the books right now. I see a guy hugging the flank on the opposite side, and I see two other small men hovering around the books. I mean, it's how is that leading? How is that generating to like high XG opportunities in the books? Yeah, Andre just spat on himself then. That was caught in 4K. Shit. Plays it short to Sarabia. Goes for the opposite side, back post. Noni reads the danger very well. Left foot crossing sides. Oh, okay. Little bit of we had to keep on our toes then from that set piece. A bit of creativity from Wolves. I wasn't expecting the short pass back to Sarabia, but you have to be alert for this stuff, right? Tolson, Sanchez, into Moises' feet. Thank God this guy's just calm and good. Tosin, asking for a little bit of trouble then, trying to play out in a mad area. Come on, Dewsbury Hall, man. It's not the championship, bro. Fucking hell. Oh, good defending, Trev. Bro, this guy, he loves to defend. This is a big loss for Crystal Palace. But yeah, this football club, you keep your Jalabers in the squad, you idiots. Winston Lee Stewart. Yeah? Is it not common sense? I mean, this guy, you could argue he might be our best defender so far, even though Tolson's been flipping sick too. Nico, man, this ain't FIFA. What are you doing? Oh, in behind. Oh, and well blocked again by Trevor Chalobah. Again. 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 Crazy. He's not afraid. He's not afraid at all. And these idiots at the football club, you're trying to tell me what the data. They said that Trev couldn't play this football. What nonsense. This is the only thing that you have all these like guys who take over a club who have no ties to anything that came before. They just undermine it. They just disrespect it and they undermine it. I'm even worried about the academy still a little bit. I think to myself, why are you even desperate to change up the academy setup? You have two of the best guys in English football running things, for God's sake. And you think you can do better. I mean, It's a bit crazy to me. Like, in a different universe, they just enhanced what was good about this football club and they improved what wasn't. Like, is it that hard? Is it that hard? And you think to yourself, when that's not like the main conclusion these guys draw to, what is like the ulterior motive then? You know? And again, now a lot of us, listen, a few fans from the start, though, listen, a very few, I think they saw it straight. They were like, listen, these guys are in it for the profit, easy prof, and that's what they're here for, making money sustainably. But it's nothing's going to help us win football games. A few guys were saying that from the start. You could argue that, you know, they're not talking shit, are they? Oh, come on, Strand Larsen. Take your card out, ref, man. Anyway, that's not his hamstring. That's his ankle. That's okay. Good. Yellow cards, straight. Yellow cards. You know, really forced Reece into a lot of pressure than having to play out from that side. Oh, that wasn't for Strand Larsen. What? But yeah, like I'm saying, you know, you just think the ulterior motive. Like, what is the long-term gain? Yeah, we've signed another kid for next season. Ugh. Maybe it'll be exciting if it was like, okay, this is the guy that's gonna slowly get integrated over the next like 2 years, 3 years. Cool. But when you've got like Chimpong and Anselmino and now this guy, I mean, like, it doesn't scream title challenge soon come. You know what I mean? It doesn't say anything about that. Like, this is a move that Brighton would make, and this kid would have a decent season at Brighton, but then he wouldn't be ready for a top move the following season. He'd probably be at Brighton for another 2-3 years, right? Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of us just didn't see it, you know? A few man from the start did think, okay, I'm adding up things right now. Okay, it makes sense to me. It didn't completely make sense to me, to be honest. It's only this window, really. We're like, the last two windows. No, this window in particular, in January. I have to keep it real. The fact that it's more youth, that is, yeah. That's got me seeing things a little bit differently. Because you think, like, what is, like, why? You're like, there's not, like, if you're not going to give minutes consistently to this potential, then what is the point? Because they're not going to fulfill nothing realistically, you know? Renato Vega. I remember saying in the summer, okay, a bit of a surprise. Personally, I'm going for Calafiori. He's the guy I'm going for, and I remain adamant that we should have signed someone like that. And then it's like, okay, this is more of like, you're going to challenge this season. We signed this unknown guy, and it seems like anyone can get sold if the money's right. And because we force ourselves in a situation, where you have to sell so you can buy. Just to force like so much aggressive change at this club. For what reason? Like, what was the utility? I keep saying that. What was the long-term utility to any of this? I mean, I can only pray that there's enough quality that makes sense where they can sneak in to get CL. But, yeah, man. I don't think the directors are helping. They're not helping much, to be honest. Like deep it for a fact that Cole Palmer probably isn't like even fully fit, right? But Maresca still doesn't feel inclined to use Felix or use Nkunku just to be the squad guy to allow Palmer to rest up a little bit and maybe come on as a sub second half. No. Cole Palmer, even if he's like 75%, 80% capacity, he's still playing ahead of these guys. What's it saying about how he rates the squad he has? It's not saying much, is it? We can argue about the fairness. We can argue whether maybe Maresca should be given these opportunities here and there sometimes. Maybe you're forcing it a bit too much. You're doing the most. I can definitely understand the argument. But outside of our personal thoughts, the simple reality is, you know, actions speak louder than words. And he does not feel inclined to could confidently turn towards what's at his disposal. That's the mad thing. Oh, Sanchez. Oh, no. Bro, you know what I mean? Bro, that's actually kind of crazy, to be fair. Normally, that's Sanchez's bread and butter. I have to see that replay again to figure out what the hell went on. Because normally, that's this guy's bread and butter. Unless Wolves had a different game plan for him. One set piece goal, man. Fuck. Like, look how close they are the near post, actually. Strand Larsen. Was he fouled? He just couldn't get it. I mean, they put a lot of pressure in that 6-yard box. Look. That's crazy. Like, could you not say that the guy kind of put off Sanchez by putting his arm up then? I guess you can't call that as a foul, can you? But that's Wolves' game plan. They saw something. Sanchez couldn't confidently claim it. I can see why. And then they're there for the second ball to tap it home. Like, look, like 5 players at that near post then. 5 players at the near post. I mean, I'll say, maybe Sanchez should have punched it out. You know, it looked like he was trying to catch that. I think that's the mistake he made from seeing the replay. That wasn't a moment to catch it. I know he's confident with his hands, but maybe in that moment when you're under severe pressure, you punch that ball away. You know? I think there was a moment instead. I get it. He catches these balls for fun. And statistically, he's one of the best keepers in Europe with his claims. So that can't be ignored. But I think in that moment, Sanchez, he had to punch it, bro. He had to punch it. Anyway, momentum now is Wolves. Ball across the box. Trevor Chalobah is there yet again to intercept. You, man, what are you doing? Where are you guys? Come straight back to the trenches, Chalobah. Showing his quality straight away. But so far, 2 set-piece goals. I mean, that's been the balance of the game so far. Again, Wolves, Sanchez, he can't be making this mistake twice. But look, pressure. Strand Larsen, 6'8". See, Sanchez now punches it. So he knew he made a mistake trying to catch that. Second time it comes, no. I should have done it what I should have done the first time. Sanchez. Hey, listen, there's more of this game left to play. I guess, you know, we can say, bozo this, shit this, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times this guy's been solid from these areas. I'm not going to ignore that. And we still have enough to turn this game around. We're going to have to. We have to turn things around. But Sanchez, you knew. Robert Sanchez, you knew, bro. Punch it. That's the difference. That's the small margins right there, you guys. The tiniest margins. That split decision making in the moment under pressure. That's what normally the creme de la creme keepers, that's what they're able to do. But then equally at the same time, the creme de la creme keepers, they normally have playing for teams that would have had 2 goals by now, you know? But you guys, let's talk about this game right now. What's going through your heads? I'm sure some of you guys got mad head loss right now about, you know, conceding in the manner we did right near the end. It's not ideal. It's not great, I have to say. But yeah, you guys, talk to me, man. What's going through your minds right now? Talk to me. Timothy, where is Sancho? Yep. Jordan, get Sanchez out my club. Adam, why the hell do we play so bright and then score an early goal and then completely drop off? Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think to myself sometimes, is our attacking play that optimum? We're always doing box entries for fun. But then when a winger has the ball, they're forced into these like low probability crossing situations where you're not going to find no one. There's no proper opportunity to even play a cutback cross. People are waiting for the ball to come their way instead of trying to pull out and disorganize the opposition's defense in the box. I mean, I'm only saying this because I saw Man City do this for fun against Ipswich, a team that we struggle to play through. And I think that's the difference. That type of movement. How they do all this like decoy stuff, ghost stuff, just to create better shooting opportunities for their Haalands, their Fodens, these types of guys. We don't do that. We do not do that. For all the great play we do to get in these situations and areas, normally nothing comes from it outside of hoping the wingers play a David Beckham times Zinedine Zidane times Roberto Carlos, 10 out of 10 cross that's going to just evade everyone and then land itself into Kukureya's head or Jackson's head. It's not optimum. It's not optimum enough in my opinion. Anyway, CFC, how you doing? Pedro Neto is providing nothing that George can't. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you guys are saying. Listen, you guys know I like my youth, but I can't confidently say I think Tyreek George plays today and offers like a 10 times different outlet. I just can't confidently say that. But I hear your opinion, bro. I hear your opinion. If anything, I think this game highlights the fact that Cucurella and Neto have not played enough games on the left and sides. They've not really been in rhythm or in sync. That's bound to happen, right, when they're not really playing as often. Caden, Leicester fans warned us of this. Yes, they have. But I think it's a bit more complicated than that. I think also a lot of the pressure and conversation can rightfully go to the directors. Are they really giving any manager the optimum squad they need? Did Pochettino not say in 2 fucking windows, get me experience, get me experience, get me experience? Why did he say that? Because he knew that these guys, for all the talent and potential they have, you're asking a lot for them to be challenging for trophies, getting CL, but a lot of these guys are still making themselves in the game right now. Yeah, a lot of men ignored that last season because they just had something against Pochettino, and now that Maresca is also facing some issues, you look back at things a bit different. Well, I like to think some of you guys are looking back at last season a bit differently, yeah. And I just think to myself, we're getting to this point now where we're exhausting this miracle manager who can come to the football club and make things work, or this one player that can come here and turn us from like a level 2 to level 3 overnight. It's not like that at all. If anything, it's highlighting the little disconnects between the directors and the managers, because I don't think the directors are fully doing what's right for the managers and getting them what they exactly need, in my opinion. Ademola, Nini, stop bigging up Sanchez for no reason. No, bro. I'm not bigging him up for no reason. I made a very common fucking sense point. He made a mistake. He should have punched it. But let's not act like he hasn't been clutch for us defending these balls in the box all season. So I don't care what any man says. Madwak, Paul, Big Bear, they always have to do this ish. Yep. I mean, that's what happens when we're not levels, right? When we're not as good as we think we are yet. Samsung, sign Martinez. Martinez would have been a key one to go for once upon a time. But instead, we've signed, we've got 5 keepers of all decent potential without anyone being like a clear-cut number 1. Again, is that any manager's fault? Did the manager say, get me Petrovic? No. Get me Penders? No. Get me Slonina? No. Get me Jorgensen? No. This is the directors. They've done this, yeah? This is what I mean now. A few man, right at the start, they deserve a lot of credit for having the foresight to see, listen, what are we really doing here that shows that we are ready to start mounting challenges for nothing? Fast forward now, like 2.5 years later, we're still trying to do the same shit. I mean, it's common. It's not. It's getting to a point now. I just can't place the blame exclusively on managers, and I think if anyone does that, I think you're missing the point a bit, and you're being too emotional, because when this is like a repeat thing that happens under many different guys, maybe this is an organization thing. We have to start addressing this. This is an organization thing we have to start talking about now. But anyway, I've got a super chat here, a big one. Road King TV, bless up, bro, for that $10 super chat. Really appreciate that, man. I've been saying forever we need a goalkeeper. You're going to lose out on top 4 as far as Sanchez is our goalkeeper. I don't understand why Maresca decided to make Sanchez number 1. I mean, can we keep things real, my guy? I mean, is Jorgensen. Like, we do this thing all the time. Like, when things aren't going our way, we always think, oh, there's this magical guy in the squad that would right every wrong now. His name is Jorgensen. Do you not think that Jorgensen won't be making a different type of mistake that's costing us? I mean, he's not played even 100 games of football in his career yet, you know? Like, we were saying it in the summer. We said it before. If you wanted to really get ready to show, listen, but we're here to fucking win something right now. You say Diogo Costa, release clause, boom. You go for a keeper like that. Clubs that have won things recently, a lot of them have spent money, big money on keepers, or made big decisions for goalkeepers, right? I mean, I get what you guys are saying, but I feel a lot of this is just emotion in the moment. To be fair with you, I'm getting to a point now where if this is the cards have been dealt with, I'm just accepting the cards at hand now. They're not the best. Let's keep things real. But then look at the dealer. You know what I mean? I feel like the directors, we did not need a situation where we needed 5 goalkeepers, for God's sake. Especially when all of them have good potential. But for how many years ahead? Yeah? Why did we decide to do this? And realistically, I'm even hearing today, You know, I actually had to stop myself discussing another goalkeeper we got linked with, that Suzuki guy from Parma. Just out of yeah, I refuse to talk about another goalkeeper. That's an absolute joke right now. But bro, yeah, I appreciate your opinion, even though I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, man. But I appreciate your opinion. Thank you, bro. Dylan Arslan, thank you for the super chat, man. Alex, bring back Petrovic. I mean, listen, he's having a decent season at Strasbourg, but I mean, again, you know, is he gonna come here and instantly be like a top 4 quality goalkeeper? I mean, let's keep it real. I think Sanchez in that moment, you know, Wolves put a lot of pressure at the near post. I've not seen many teams have tried that, but Wolves put all their big guys, you know, Larson, 6'7", Agabadu, all their defenders, like some big pressure in that moment. And I think maybe this is where Sanchez shows that he's not like elite level, but we've not spent elite money for elite goalkeepers, you know. We refuse to actually spend the elite wages and money for these players. I mean, let's cast our minds back to the end of the summer window when we could have got Victor Osimhen, but for how many fucking weeks did we waste our time trying to get Victor Osimhen, who won the Scudetto at Napoli, who's proven himself in 4 different leagues that he can get you goals. We tried to tell Victor Osimhen, we tried to tell this guy, no, you're not worth the money you're asking for. And that's the difference. That is the difference. And this is why we're not ready to challenge yet, because this type of newfound culture at the football club, where a lot of us were like, yeah, I get it, Esteval's cool. But I think this window, we're seeing like the opposite side of raw. Like, I don't think most of us did not guess that it was going to be this aggressive towards youth. Not many of us guessed that. A few guys from the start were onto these guys from day one. And you guys, listen, you had the foresight I didn't have, and I know no one else had. Credit to you guys, but this is where the conversation's at right now, in my opinion. This is where the convo's at. What is the culture being implemented from the top really saying, realistically? You know, we're getting near the end of the January window. By now, we should have had a player or two in here outside of Trevor Chalobah. Or you decide very fucking early on, you know what? We use what we already have. Ugo Chukwu, fuck Southampton, get your ass back here. We're going to be needing you at some point. Chalobah, day one, recall clause, yeah? Gertie, we'll talk about you in the summer. Right now, we need to prioritize getting as many points in January to not fall off. But these guys don't think like that at the board level. What's the next scam? What's the next investment? What's the next this? What's the next that? How can we show we're the smartest guys every fucking transfer market, you know, buying players and negotiating our demands the way we want to negotiate these demands? That's what a lot of times when I'm covering these stories, it's just how most of these deals play out. But you think to yourself, look at the difference between us and Man City. Listen, it takes a bit of time to get transfers over the line, but the Man City wastes time with all these different transfer links. Oh, linked with 10 different defenders, linked with 5 different wingers, linked with 4 different strikers. No, yeah, we already knew who they wanted because they instantly secured them. They instantly reached verbal agreements. These are the guys we want right now. We're not wasting time. And this is the cultural difference between us and your cities, yeah? Anyway, Kyle Johnson again, thank you, bro. Thomas Reese, what player could we buy this transfer window that you could change our season? I've been saying, I would just say, listen, Palace is 25 mil, 30 mil for Mateta. I'm not signing Mateta because he's going to be a 50 goal a season striker. Let's not be stupid. I'm signing Mateta because I look at this young team and I see that they need someone like this, yeah? Yeah? If you had this guy up front with some of these crosses coming in the books, something might come from it. You're more likely to get something from there. There's new tactical possibilities that open up. Oi, Nico, you're playing up front with Mateta. We're going to try to put pressure last 5-10 minutes and force something in this moment. These types of things. There's someone that can take control of these, like he can gamble these 50-50s. I'm just making a smart short-term purchase like that to enhance what I have in the team. I've said this a million times. We're not going to get Djikoresh because you're going to get this guy in the summer and his release clause comes down by 1,000,000 miles. Osimhen, after we fucked him around and said we're not going to pay your wages, why would he even dream to come to our football club? Like, after all this saga, all this talk, all these negotiations, it's embarrassing, to be honest with you. Yeah, like there's no one in the market that we can do right that we can get right now that's single-handedly changing nothing for us. Yeah, I think it's a mad situation to be in. To be honest with you, I think it's a mad one, and I know like a lot of us are gonna blame managers, players, but my God, you guys, we can't just have the same shit every season, man. Like we have to wake up and see the bigger picture at hand now, for God's sake. Yeah. Morris D, Onana Sanchez is his name, bro. Deshaun Clark, our director of football, one technical director. Let's start with the basics. Yeah. Why do we have two, man? That's a fair point, bro. Why do you have two, man? And I look at all the signings we made. Shields has brought players he wants. Stewart has brought the Frenchman that he wants. Winsley's brought the Brighton man and the other guys that you want. Like, what does it communicate about like a consistent ethos and philosophy throughout? Is it that hard? I mean, sometimes I think, like, is it that hard? Is this game that hard to clock? Like, really? Is it that hard? You know? I don't get it, you guys. I don't get it. You know, we sold a lot of guys for a lot of money. A lot of clubs saw the value in them, and they've actually been ahead of us in the table quite a few times. It's nuts. More, got another super chat here. Kyle Johnson, yes, bro. Thank you, man. Most people are too reactionary. You are right. You are the best Chelsea YouTuber. Keep it 100 with all the players and the directors are to blame. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Listen, I try and I'm an armchair fan. I'm a football nerd. You know, I just love the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes I'll be honest. Like when you have a platform like this and you're in constant influx of like reading many opinions, more than you would ever typically read if you just had a Twitter account and that was all you had and you're living your life. You know, sometimes like some of the criticisms or the reactionary stuff that you read from people, it can just feel a bit short-sighted after a while, and you have to look past it and realize this is just someone who's got like he needs to like release his emotions right now, blah blah blah. But as I keep saying, you know, the bigger picture, because I look at the top for everything in life, in the government, you know, state, all that shit. Look at the top. What is the philosophy that's being communicated? You know, there's a big 45 minutes ahead now. Hopefully we turn things around. If there was ever a half in the last month to have react now, it's this half. It's this half right now. We have to come back now. Things have gone against us a little bit. That's gonna happen. But we can't be feeling sorry for ourselves. We have to get back into this game. We have to win this game. We have to win this game without failure. I don't care how the goal scored. I don't care if it's a handball, if you have to cheat or dive. I do not care. Yeah. When you win football games, you don't win playing Arsenal football, but it's tiki-taka inside the box. You need more than that. And this is what a lot of managers have clocked, and this is what they're not getting supported with in the squad. Yeah. Anyway, Noni Madweki on the ball. Takes on two man by himself. Does he win the corner for us? He wins it for him. Come on, Noni. This is a big half, you guys. It's a massive half right now. Reece James. To Moises. Tosin. Back to Reece. You know, one small mistake from a set piece that Sanchez, he knew. Punch the ball away. Second set piece comes his way, he does it. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. This is tense now, man. This is really tense now. Wolves are trying to play it long. Strand Larson is off the pitch. Back to Reece James now. Okay, good. Cool. My editor, yeah, he's on the same page as me now. Sanchez. Okay. But again, you know, I need to keep an open mind. It's very easy for me to see every action from Sanchez now. What's the next mistake? What's the next mistake? We have to win. I need all these guys to step up now, not feel sorry for themselves. Oh, that was great hold-up play. Great upper body strength from Pedro now. Then this guy, low-key, is a very strong guy. Finds Noni. Noni, can he come inside? But bro, like, you know, as I've always said, the only issue with the inverted thing is that Cucurella ends up being in the box more than an offensive player, realistically. Anyway, Trevor Chalobah on the ball. I think it's had a great half so far. Great defending from Trevor Chalobah. I have a super chat here from Prince David. Prince David, give me like a few seconds. Let me just see how the game's going right now. And I'll get back to your question, bro. Thank you. Yes, Palmer. Release that. Oh, he just finds Noni. Come on, Noni. The box entries. Kukurea. Again, it's Kukurea, bro. What am I expecting this guy to do? Now, can he hit it first time? Ball in the box. Noni. Stronger foot. It's hard to take the shot off when you're kind of off balance then. You know, this is what I mean, you guys. We get into these moments, but we don't produce the quality shot, like the easy shot from it. Like we're unable to do that right now. Dewsbury Hall. That's not a foul. Come on, you guys. Wake up. Kukurea, that's yours. Played. Jalaba spreads that to Neto. Who's making the underlap? Kukurea is. Palmer, can he play it into the feet? Spreads it wide to Noni again. Far post cross coming in, or does he take the shot off? Straight at him. Neto kind of peeled off then. Neto peeled off. He was ready for that over-the-top ball then, far side. See, it's hard, but like in moments like this, I don't see like, okay, the striker saying, give the ball to me here. Pointing at guys to where he wants the distribution. Anyway, I've got a super chat here. Prince David. We need to accept that we have had a bad crop of players, and right now it is showing. We need experience, and that's just it. Honestly, I think you have experience that just complements what you have now. You can't keep adding more wonder kids. It just does nothing, yeah? Unless you're Brighton, where that's your entire model, or Dortmund, where that's your whole model. It's to just create a platform for the next wonder kids so you can flip. It doesn't work at a big club right now. Ooh, Wolves, man. They've done their homework. Every corner and set piece, they're putting pressure at that near post, yeah? That's such an interesting like set piece tactic that we haven't seen many teams do as well as Wolves so far. I'm feeling a bit of pressure when they get the set piece. Anyway, Dewsbury Hall. Can he slot in Nico? He does. Who's inside the box for Nico? He was offside anyway, realistically. He was offside. He was offside. We still got like 45 minutes of football left. There's still like a lot of time to turn things around. Neto. Plays it long. Sarabia's offsides. Okay, Jalaba's on the ball. Does he play it quick? Back into Tosin. Plays it into the path of Caicedo. We're very wide right now. We're really trying to stretch Wolves at the moment. Kukurea's pushing inside. See, there's still that disconnect between Neto and the team. That I just feel like, even though the guy's talented, the wavelength, I've seen it like quite a lot this season. Like no one's quite on the same wavelength. Maybe this is another reason why Maresca prefers Sancho a lot of times, because I think Sancho kind of gets it a bit more. Anyway, we win that ball back. Kukurea now plays into the feet of Cole Palmer, finds Neto. But again, where's the cross coming into? You find Palmer outside the box though. Palmer takes it back inside, cuts across. Cross is deflected. Back into Neto. Plays into the feet of Jalaba. Again, like who's going to be taking advantage of some of these crosses in the box? Maybe this is why teams are okay with us to have the ball out wide sometimes. Because they know, okay, what questions are you going to pose us right now? Where's the quality going to come from? Palmer. Holds his man up, comes back inside, plays it back to Jeff, who steps up. Palmer. Great pass to find Neto. Neto, Kukurea. Back post, Noni. Puts it back inside. With the heads. Nah, it came off his shoulder. Fuck, man. But at least they're showing like a bit of intensity right now. This curse of getting the first goal. Normally, getting the first goal sets you up beautifully actually. Not perfectly. Sets you up beautifully to get control of the game. We're just like unable to... Like, do we force the second goal too much? Like, should we play with a bit of brain sometimes just to keep the ball? Force the opposition to come to us and tire the opposition a bit more before we then look to kill them off with the second goal, you know? Like the only time we've done that was over a month ago against Brentford when Nico, that's the last goal he scored for us. And again, you know, we needed that second goal because they made it 2-1, like literally in the 90th minute from Mbeumo. Like, can little things be done there? Like, if these guys aren't good enough to get the second, should we constantly play to get the second goal straight away? Should we not maybe play a different way, like a smarter way sometimes? Or maybe, is it hard to control that? I think Maresca was also saying too in his recent press conference, listen, these guys, when they're playing at home, they want to impress the fans. They want to do this. They want to force this. I mean, that's how I perceived his quotes in the press conference. Is there a lot of that comes into play? Oh, far post, that's yours, Sanchez. Yes, all day, all day. And he releases Madueke with a good throw. Oh, okay, unlucky. But at least, if anything, at least the ball's in Wolves' half for the throw-in. But I know Sanchez is still... Listen, you can't be thinking about that mistake now. Yeah, you can't be thinking about that mistake anymore. I feel like I'm just seeing it on his face still. Like, he looks quite, like, angry. Nico putting pressure. Moises sweeps up the space in behind. Ball's out of play. Super chat here, David Fisher. Don't see where the next score will come from. I agree. I'm not seeing that right now. I'm not too sure where it's coming from, to be honest. You know, like, because of how the squad's been built, it does feel like we can only score like a few certain goals. Like, we're not a team built to score from half chances or from gambles or from many things, to be honest. Anyway, Tosin. Oh, bro. I get the pass over the top, but I would have just played it to Noni instead. Anyway, Noni tries to get inside the box, but it's not enough. Like, if Noni's going to come inside, who's making the underlap to free the space then, you know? Sanchez, that's it. Back into Tosin. Plays that wide to Chalobah. Palmer's dropped deep to the left side. Palmer, I mean, fair enough. Carries it inside. Okay. That's good play, Palmer. Noni. Again, it's, at least, is that a corner? But you see what I mean? It's like maybe there was like extra touches then. I think Noni's thinking, can I try and take the shot off? You know, I'm not, David, you're right. I'm not seeing where the second goal exactly is coming from. I'm seeing a lot of energy. I'm seeing a lot of willingness. I'm not seeing a lot of quality right now. Is it these wide play executions? I feel like they're not that optimum. I've been saying this like a lot. And if you guys are just like coming into this stream now, after seeing how City dissected Ipswich from the underlap third man run time and time again. Look at the goal Doku scored. Look at the goals that Foden scored, that Haaland scored. Like, we create these moments with our pressing and our on-ball play. But in terms of like the final ball executions, right? And listen, I think I can use City as a fair example because, I mean, we are trying to become a little Man City B team, aren't we? I mean, we're signing the manager, we're bringing their players here, we're bringing their staff here. I mean, you can argue that, you know, we're trying to do Man City on a Brighton scale. Let's keep things real. We're doing Man City on a Brighton scale. But if that's the case, you can see areas where City are just better than us still. And it's those little things, it's those third man movements. It's how they create these crossing opportunities and cutbacks. They create that easy shot. Does Haaland, when he scores his goals, is Haaland, does he have to like bust the gut to get a goal in every game he scores? You know? Ball over the top. That's it. Well read by Sanchez. He didn't panic then. He knew the ball was going to bounce this way and he was composed. But you see what I mean? Haaland is scoring many easy tap-ins or finishing moves or smart like striker play. You know, far post, cross, XYZ. It's all optimum football. Neto, inside. Again, what was the point? He's still carrying it inside. Again, see, you're forcing the play then. Like, Neto, if there's one game that's kind of highlighting that he's still not in sync with what we're trying to do, I think this is the game right now that's really showcasing it. Dewsbury Hall just getting, and he gives the foul away. Dewsbury Hall, that's some championship play, man. Some championship football, Dewsbury Hall. But again, you know, why is a guy like this in our squad? No disrespect to Kiernan. No disrespect to him. But he should be at fucking Brighton. I mean, he should be at West Ham. You know, he should be one of the Crystal Palace. He should be at a club like this, realistically. Just give it City, like, yeah, got sold by Gomez, and then you give the City foul away then. See, Sancho's coming. I think Neto's coming off straight away. I think Maresca's seen enough. Neto, get your ass off this field, man. Sancho, please. I mean, God knows what we're going to do, realistically. God knows what we're going to do, but, yeah. Again, Cunha, when this guy's on the ball, man, he's single-handedly making things happen. Okay, he's not on the ball. But, I mean, Wolves, I mean, they've been strong with their set pieces today. Over the top far post, Neto, he reads it. That's good defending by the team then. Nico's putting pressure on, and at least he forces Wolves back. But second half, the game's a lot more even now compared to the first half, as always. Noni, see, youthful and experienced, then you're going to get sold if you're going to press like that, man. That's not a smart way to press. Kukurea coming inside. Don't foul it, Nori. Hold him up. Yes, Moises. Great tackle, Moises. Great fucking tackle, Moises. Kukurea. He's going to play it inside to Cole. Back to Reece James, who steps up now. Spreads it. First time pass to Noni. Now, this is where the moves kind of die down then. Okay. Ball of life. Ball of life. Oh, my God. Kukurea! I was losing all hope, you guys. I was losing all hope. But the volume game worked out in the end, right? If we're going to be playing this cross like 100 times a game, surely you're going to get some Fugazi luck coming your way, right? This is the luck we needed, man. Kukurea. Look at his movement. Look how he peels off. Far post, far post. And look at the run he looks to get inside the box then. Like, bro, Kukurea is moving like a striker in the books. Maybe you should be teaching Nico Jackson how to move. You know what I mean? How often is Kukurea? Why is it Kukurea that's always on the end of these crosses and no one else? Yo, Kukurea. Look at that determination in his face too, man. Yo, Kukurea. That's great play, man. Kukurea, man. Bro, this transformation from Kukurea, this is one for the history books. Real talk. That's it. Bro, Kukurea. Bro, I actually love this guy, man. It's nuts. I actually love him. See, Neto, he's been taken off. That's the right play. I wonder what he's saying. You know, he just wasn't in sync. Like, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't in sync with his teammates today. Hopefully now with Sancho on the left-hand side, it's going to be a bit better offensive balance now. But anyway, Carnage, bro. Again, love from Toronto, to be honest. Get Sanchez out of here. Anyway, Jadon Sancho has been released on the left-hand side. Can we make this 3-1? Can he find Nico on behind? He does. Nico holds off Doherty, plays it back to Palmer. He's getting pressed, but he scans, he reads that, carries it inside. Palmer just, come on, bro. Please, just release the fucking ball, mate. Okay, what's the pressing saying? Reece James steps all the way up. That's great defending. That's great defending from Reece James. Moises, just keep the ball, slow it down. These moments now, we don't have to be, okay, third goal. Just keep the ball now. Just keep the ball. Yeah? Let Wolves come onto us. They're the ones, mentally, they're feeling, oh my God, we conceded that goal after we got ourselves back in this game playing quite well. They're the ones, they're going to lose their heads right now, not us. Not us. Come on. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my thing, you guys. Bear with me. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to my stream thing with the schools. Maybe it will come back on later. But anyway, Dewsbury Hall keeps the ball well this time, plays it back inside to Tosin. Back to Sanchez, who steps up and he finds Trevor Jalaba. Jeff can carry it into space, plays it back to Kukurea. He drinks Estrella. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sing the song. Anyway, Tosin, Reese. Okay, Sancho. Okay, oh, Nico, drifted to the left-hand side. Oh, he tried to bring it into the box then, but Eight Nori kind of has him. But Nico, good strength. Oh, great skill from Nico. And he wins the free kick. Nice little Berber type of spin then from Nico. Very set piece time. Ball in the box, far post. 3-1! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Noni again against Wolves, man. And finally, things are making sense again now. Things are making sense again now. That's it, boys. Oh, fucking hell, man. Palmer, just a lovely cross far post. Trevor Jalaba gets on the end of that then at the far post. This guy's one of the best at attacking balls in the box in the league, man. I mean, how many goals is he getting from set pieces? Yeah? Again, these stupid directors, like, how dare you? How dare you act like Jalaba is not good enough for this squad? What an absolute lie. And it's just like when you're getting decisions like this so wrong, there's some ulterior motives I'm just not fucking with, to be honest. Yeah? Like every time the new guy has to be the priority. And it's a lot of these new guys are getting moved out the door 6 months later, for God's sake. Yeah, but Noni, I mean, when's the last time he scored? It wasn't against Wolves, was it? Nah, I swear you scored a goal after that. I mean, bro, I can't even remember top of my head now. But anyway, 3-1 win. I had to see a good result before Man City. And it feels like finally, boys, finally. First win of the new year in the league. Dewsbury Hall. Noni now is trying to do some acrobatics right now. Set piece goals conceded. 19 from Wolves. Shambolic, actually. Isn't that funny? They were like putting a lot of pressure on us attacking set pieces in our books, but when it comes to defending them, 19 goals conceded. Come on, that's championship stuff, man. See, and now look at the 8 Nori, terrible touch, and their heads are down now. Yeah, game over. You know, these guys are talking to their agents, thinking about the next move. Because Wolves have always just been like a stepping stone club. They're thinking, okay, you know, getting sick and tired of this. I hate living in Wolverhampton, in the most depressing city in this country, you know. Get me out of here. Get me somewhere sunnier, you know. Secure my next move, agent. Palmer. And now the pace is naturally slowed down. Get Felix on, yeah. I mean, you probably could do that. Felix haters rise up. Bro, one thing about some of the, the Noni haters, you said, not the Felix haters, the Noni haters, is that, you know, someone on Twitter said to me, obviously I would like Noni if he never had an ego. And I think to myself, like, what ego are we talking about here? Like, what ego has Noni shown? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. See, look at the understanding between Cucurella and Sancho. See the difference. See the difference. Neto's not on the same wavelengths off the ball. Sancho, inside. Bro, Noni was... fair enough. Anyway, he has the ball again. I can't complain. Okay, he still has the ball. I don't know what's going on here. Palmer. Oh, nice little Cruyff. And he wins the free kick. Good. It's getting a bit worried then. He stole Drev's goal. Yeah, he probably did. But it had to, you know, he had to make sure it went in. He can't complain. No, when you're constantly just like talking in streams, like it really dries out your mouth like crazy. Flipping out. Okay. Set piece time again. Can we make that 20 goals Wolves have conceded from set pieces? Palmer. Far post. Tosin, Noni. Trevor Chalobah. Okay, ambitious to be fair. And that was a bit of a smart type of foul then for Moises to stop that counter-attack. Rightfully gets the yellow card, but he had to do it, to be honest. Yeah, you had to. And for the first time in like over a month, we finally have like a respectable leads against like a team that's not in the divisions below or in the Conference League. Chalobah pushes all the way up. Like, this is the funny thing. Oh my God, I have to stop going on. But the disrespect. The guy, he had a preseason. Then he was exiled. Then he wasn't allowed with the first team. And look how he's instantly just clocked playing this football. Yeah? Like, these directors, man. Like, they really just create their own negativity sometimes with their terrible decision making. Like, it's just getting a bit stupid now, to be honest. Like, how dare they force out someone that is still very much valuable to the squad in Trevor Chalobah? I mean, how dare they, treat him in that manner, exile him, do everything in their power to force him out, try and take any transfer move they can his way. I mean, how dare they do that? For what? As when all their buys are offering like what 10% of what Trev reliably gives us every game he plays. I mean, these guys aren't serious, honestly. They got rid of Gallagher. Some of you guys in this fan base, you actually baffle me with how happy you were to see Gallagher leave. It's just like you don't watch the game clearly enough. Oh, Reece James, that was a beautiful cross attempt then. But this is a guy that should be in our squad now. And if Gallagher was in this fucking team right now, I think we'd have a few more points collectively. Yeah? But again, he wasn't good enough to force him out. I had guys lying to me, telling me that Dewsbury Hall was a more technical version of Gallagher. I mean, what absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Like, this is the stuff I have to constantly just keep reading and witnessing all the time because I have this job, that's like the downside to it. When you just know people are wrong. But they love writing to you and telling you why you're wrong. It's just like, bro, they don't get what it means, how to win football games in this country. Like, they don't get it. But these directors, just constantly undermining the managers, not getting the right players, more youth. You know, oh, there's 10 targets. We could sign any one of them. What's the best deal we can get? Nah. It's not good enough, man. It really isn't. Palmer turn. Drop inside, plays it back inside to find Jalaba. Sancho. Cucurella gets ready with the underlap instantly. Moving the ball quite nice in this passage of play right now. Come on. Some rotations. Cucurella, good play. Playing it very fast now. Wolves can't get onto us. I'm liking the kind of control we have right now. Just, that's it. Let the ball do the work now. Noni. Kill that move, bro. You killed that move, man. I don't know how. Anyway, the Sassy's coming on. That's a surprise. I thought this guy was looking to get sold and moved out, but he's coming on right now. I can see him getting ready behind. Noah Chimpong, which is also interesting. So who's the Sassy going to be coming on for now? Okay, Belgrade's, Gomez and Guedes coming on for Wolves. Sarabia's off. Who else is coming off? Is this could we potentially see a formation? Oh no, Reece James is probably coming off. Yeah, Jallow goes to the right hand side as Sassy comes on. And sorry, I'm being stupid. This probably makes sense. Reece James, get this guy fit and ready for Man City. Sassy move in the middle. Jallow goes to the right hand side. And yeah, and at the same time, you're making a sub as Wolves bring on 3 new attacking threats. You can't let Wolves just bring on 3 man and you don't react to that. So yeah, I wasn't thinking, but this makes sense to me now. I just want Reece James. He played 75 minutes. That's a good time to play football, yeah? This is the time now where I get worried. Like, Reece, don't even that's it. Foul him. That's it. Make the sub now. Hold it off. Make the sub. Is it sub time now? Yeah? Good. Gusto and Disassi. Good. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that for sure. I will 100%. No, a triple sub of our own. Felix, Gusto, and Disassi coming on. Okay. Oh, okay. So none of these guys weren't ready then, clearly. Maybe Maresca must have changed his mind then, because I didn't even see Felix warming up then. That's it. Let it go out of play. Waste time. Let the subs come on now. Get Reece James off that field right now, please. Get him off that field right now, man. Ahmed, I'm going to answer your super chat in a second, bro. Thank you for showing love. Reece James, beautiful man. My captain. That's it, my captain, Reece. That's it, Reece James, man. My fucking captain. My captain. That's a triple sub now. That's it, Maresca. That's the game management now. Dewsbury Hall. Listen, he gave a decent account of himself, the guy, yeah? Decent account of himself. Came in big for his impact in the second goal, making that run inside the box. Yeah. And Disassi, who's he coming on for? That's what I'm curious to know. Have I missed it? Like, who's Disassi coming on for? Nah, Jalaba's not coming off. Kuka, am I like stupids? Gusto's going to... Oh, Cucurella's off? Is that it? You're going to rest Cucurella for Man City because you know that's a massive game. And you want these guys fit and fresh. Okay. I'm still knowing Kunku. I guess Palmer will never come off ever. Fair enough. No, Cucurella's on the other side. Am I like an idiot? Disassi. Felix. No, Felix didn't come on then, I guess. I guess, no, he never came on. Just Disassi and Gusto. Sorry, Felix fans, man. I'm sorry that your boy's not on the field right now. Gusto. Left back Gusto. Jalabus. Oh, love that guy. Anyway, Gusto outside the boot pass. Nico's onside. He was offside, innit? I don't even know. Yeah, he was offside. He looked like he was offside. I thought the run, Nico, man. Nico, you were too hasty with it. Ah, you're too hasty with it, Nico. I mean, that was the right opportunity then to take the shot early, but Nico, you had to hold that run a little bit, man. You got too lost in the sauce when you saw that space then. Anyway, Ahmed, my guy, thank you so much, bro, for the £5 super chat. This Janitor looks really bad on the sporting directors. They are lost on me, to be honest. They talk about the data, but what is the data saying about this performance? Yeah, talk your shit right now, man. Please talk your shit right now. And this is what I mean. All this executive decision making, it's really starting to look like, hold on a second. Is this the thing that's actually holding us back a little bit now? Yeah? You're forcing this fucking Squid Game battle royale development plan for what? Like, who does that help anyone? You know? Like, do you need a squad of like 50 young players realistically, and then like another 50 on the reserves? No, you don't. Unless you're here to make money off these guys, and that's what you're here for your investors, really. You know? Because otherwise, what's the utility behind it realistically? Anyway, no, where's the control, boys? Where's the control now? We're looking a bit stupid with how we're playing. All of a sudden, Wolves, they weren't finding these areas before to take these shots. Come on, you guys. Don't be going to sleep right now, please. Don't be going to sleep right now, man. Well, this space wasn't in the game for like a good, 20 minutes? Like, this is what we do. This dumb shit from nowhere. He never gave that as a corner. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. He gave it. Okay, I'm struggling to keep him in my FBL team. He needs a goal so bad. I know. Jalaba has been playing like an absolute boss today. Damn right. João Velo, because he should be scoring and can't. Yeah. Decent save, good save. Yeah. You know, I was hoping that Sanchez would redeem himself. He's just one of those guys where he's a redemption type of goalkeeper, right? I mean, I have to say this point, man. There aren't many keepers about that are just that perfect. You know, now that keepers have to do, like, I don't know. There aren't these keepers that are infallible to making mistakes like what we think. Again, near post crowded out, but we defend that well. Another ball, first time in the box. Janiber is there, covering the space, and he heads that clear. You know, you're introducing a 6'3" guy who's sick in the air, great anticipation, great lead, good pace, can play across the back three, can invert, can madness, absolute madness. And then we still try to snake this guy again by forcing Crystal Palace to bend to our whims to release Mark Guy. You know. Like, these directors, they're really making themselves a joke right now. I have to say. And then they try and cover their asses in the presser. We still think we made the right decisions, you know? Nonsense, man. They're just doing the most for no reason. Just like forcing it for no reason, honestly. Anyway, you know what? Just because of all the games where we haven't been getting wins, I want to see a fourth goal. I need this to be 4-1, you know? I have to see another goal now. I think it's so interesting that even Felix and Nkunku can't come on. Listen, I actually sympathize for you guys who are fans. Why can't they just come on and get the last 10 minutes, you know? Like, I don't think our structure is going to just, like, disintegrate that fast, right? Okay, speak of the devil. Tyreek George and João Felix. No Nkunku. Does Nkunku still go before the window closes? Time will tell. But it's not looking good. But he's just really not in the manager's mind at all. Anyway, Tyreek George. I think that's his first Prem start, right? Is that right, guys? Is that Tyreek George's first Prem start? Or has he come on before in another game? Fuck, I can't remember. You'll trade Jackson for Tammy in a rush. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing that, bro. Far post. Moises, again, has to throw his body in the line because the team's going to sleep off the ball a little bit. Sancho putting pressure on, forces it back. Noni, don't force the press, Noni. See what I mean? Like, we do this dumb shit where it's just like, you don't force the press and just leave spaces behind us, yeah? Anyway, Kukurea, I don't know what this guy, he's playing as the right back. See? This is crazy. This is crazy, man. But now we're playing like idiots right now, to be honest. Now we're playing like absolute thickos right now. What am I seeing right now, boys? Come on. Like, let's play serious, for God's sake. Yeah? Inviting all this pressure. Guys running towards the ball. Bro, get these subs on right now. Because maybe this is like tired decision making. You know? This is tired decision making. Because they're just, you know what I mean? Because they got no energy left. I'm seeing guys pressing the ball in situations they should not be pressing. And then we wonder why we can see all these late goals near the ends. Anyway, Pranay Gupta, bro, thank you so much for the super chat, man. $5. Much love, bro. I love watching all your content and your analysis. Up to fourth, time to keep it up. Yes, my guy. Thank you for the love, bro. And yeah, let's hope, you know, like I said before Man City, we need to get a win just to have a bit of confidence to take into the game, at least, for God's sake. At least. It's a shame that when City are so terrible at defending crosses inside their box, we don't have that Drogba or that weapon that can take advantage, right? That's a bit painful. And it hurts even more that we haven't signed that guy to even help us, you know? Like, I remember back in the day when Mourinho was like, get me Nemanja Matic. We're playing Man City this stage of the season. I need my Matic in to get ready for that game. Because Mourinho is a football guy. He knows, listen, if we can beat Man City, not only is that 3 points we've guaranteed, but this is a massive psychological boost that's going to take this team even further. And we won the league. I think we did. That's like the other thing. I think we did. Ivanovic with that classic goal on the counter-attack. Oh, Sancho, that's it. Free kick. You know what I mean? Like, that was when Chelsea were like, yo, at least we weren't perfect. You know, let's not ever get it twisted. Roman Abramovich and Marina, they weren't that pattern at times because they weren't able to make this sustainable. Every time there was a great season, that shit one followed. And that was always a cycle under these guys, you know? But at least they also knew and sensed when it was time to invest up and when it was time to make those executive decisions. And I just think to myself, it's a shame that realistically, we might not be signing anyone in time for Man City that offers us like any little type of different edge against them outside of maybe signing another young guy, for God's sake, you know? I don't know, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. Anyway, Tosin, come on, you guys. I'm seeing that the defensive sides to slip a little bit now, you know? Gusto. Kukurea is just like the multi-purpose man in the team. Tyreek George running at his man. What does he do? Plays it back inside. Good play. Come on, boys. Let's keep the ball now. We don't have to force it. Oh, yeah. Well read then by Agabadu, or whatever his name is. Oh, yeah. Man got taken out then. I mean, what, less than 5 minutes left? I like to think that the game's in the bag, right? I'd like to think that. But all it takes is one stupid mistake. It's 3-2, and now anything happens, right? Anyway, yeah, play it back. I just want to see some smarts now, boys. I want to see some brains. Good pass, Sanchez, into the feet of Moises. Nice little turn to Vader's man. And we find the ball on the left-hand side now. Gusto plays it back inside. Move them left to right. Left to right. Left to right. That's it. Felix. Back inside. Gusto finds Sancho. Sancho just about gets a great little turn inside to keep the ball. Then Felix. That's it. Just move them about. Move Wolves about. Left, right, backwards, forwards. Now, don't let them touch the ball. Let them get frustrated. Eventually, someone's going to overdo the press. Someone's naturally going to be out of position. And then there'll be a safe passage just, to nab the fourth goal. Anyway, Tyreek, does he keep it in? Yes, my son does, but he's offside. Fair enough. I can see why Torres wants to hook up his little nephew. He wants to hook up his cousin. I get it. Maybe he didn't have to do that, but I get it. Good rest, Palmer. Yeah, finally. The first appearance by Matic against City was epic. That game, there's, you know what I mean? There's certain games that you just remember forever. Yeah. You just remember certain games like this forever, man. You know? Mourinho, I need Matic because there's no one in my squad that can handle Yaya Toure. And we remember that Matic versus Toure battle. Yeah. I thought it was quite even at times. Obviously, Yaya Toure, like, no one's stopping this guy when he was in his prime. I mean, for me, he's like one of the, you know, one of the best mids I've personally seen in my life, to be honest. And I might even say something madder. I'd probably say that Yaya Toure's peak at his highest edges out Lampard's and Gerrard's in terms of the goals, the moments, the execution, the fantasy, all of that type of stuff, if I'm being honest. He was like a combination of both of them in his absolute prime. But obviously it wasn't as sustainable. But still, his peak was the highest peak I've seen for a Prem midfielder in my lifetime, because I'm not that old. But like I'm saying, man, Mourinho identified very early on, if we want to do something, I need someone for Yaya Toure. I need him soon. You can't waste time. Yeah, we get that 3 points first City, we can win the league. That's what that game communicated, and I think we did that season. But we haven't done that again. That's the difference between our directors. They don't have that sense of that. It's just, what's the next hustle? What's the next flip? Are they trying to like keep themselves in a job? I'm cynical sometimes. I think to myself, are they just here to keep themselves in the job because these American guys are ruthless and will kick you out and get someone in overnight? I don't know. Because I'm not understanding all the transfers. It's becoming a bit of a joke. Felix, silly guy losing the ball for no reason. Look, and just like that, maybe this is why Maresca is also maybe not as inclined to use Felix all the time, because yeah, he's one of those guys where he loses the ball in a dangerous area, and instantly, every single time, the opposition have a shot on goal from his mistake. I mean, I thought that was pretty stupid play then, I have to say. Prane, SEN-esque type of player, exactly. Again, I don't even know who that is now. Hodak, Yaya Toure combined height, fast feet control, power, striking. Yeah, I think the only player we all had hopes could even like, you know, lace one of Toure's boots would have been Loftus-Cheek. And in that 18-19 season, the season that moved me, listen, he's not the same player anymore now. But if we just looked after this kid a little bit more, I mean, I think his career trajectory is completely different, because the things he was doing with Hazards and some of these men in that season, yeah, he was electrifying. He really was electrifying, I have to say. Sancho back inside. Oh, unlucky Jackson. It's like one of his first proper shots all game. And again, Sancho sets him off really well. Nico does well to just withdraw to create the space for a shot. But the angle, it was a hard one. Anyway, Felix. I want to dribble here, Felix. Back to Nico. Doesn't get the touch right out of his feet. But again, I think to myself sometimes, do I need Nico to be playing full 90s? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I should be seeing Nico play many full 90s. You know? For this stage of his development, I don't think he needs to be playing full 90s. I think it's doing the most right now. Yeah? You know, near the end of this month and still no striker. It's not serious, man. We're just not serious. Anyway, less 3.5 minutes left. Doherty. Can we nab one more counter attack just to add insult to injury? Anyway, Trev. Oh shit. Felix. Oh my lord. Come on, man. We're going to be playing City next week, for God's sake. We're going to be playing City next week. Yeah, the intensity drop-off is still not good enough. Look at all this comical defending right here. Like, the way we just lack any control near the end of games these days is fucking worrying, man. Doherty, inside. That's yours, Gusto. Don't let him get that ball, man. Don't let him get that fucking ball, Gusto. Yes, it. Foul. Good. Okay, 2.5 minutes left, boys, and we can celebrate. I mean, I can't sit back. I need to get back to work, get this review out. Finally, I'm so excited I can discuss a win tonight. I can finally discuss a win tonight. Long time coming. Chat, who's your man of the match so far? Tell me your man of the match for this game tonight, you guys. There's 3 players I'm looking at, but I'm going to say that near the end. But you guys in the chat right now, who's your man of the match? I think for me, it can only be one man and one man only. He was the guy that got records, and that's Trevor Jalaba. I think for me, man of the match. I think second and third, Kukurea. Yeah, very good performance from Kukurea. And I think Tolson has been pretty good. But then third place is hard, because I'd say Tolson, Moises, Reece James, Madueke. I think Madueke is a strong shout for third place as well. You know, we've got a few of these guys that have performed pretty decent. Trevor, you guys, yes, Jalaba, Felix. I'm gonna let you off with that though, because obviously your name is Felix. So yeah, I get it, man. Nina, you need mods. I do have mods, but I'm not in communication with them to tell them, yo, get to work tonight, you know. And I'm not paying any mods, so I can't be telling them mods, bend at my whims. Come on, close that ball down. That's it. Less than 1 minute to go, boys. But yeah, I do need mods. I mean, if anyone wants to be a mod, yes, send me your application. Yeah, like some of you guys watch every single stream. I mean, why not be a mod? Hello from Indonesia. Yes, Razia, how you doing, man? I've been to Bali before. I've always wanted to go to Jakarta. Yeah, I love South Asia. I can see why Benson decided to move there. Nico? Nah. Oh. Nico, I get it. He's forcing it a bit now. If there's a number 2, like his mentality would be a little bit different. He wouldn't be feeling the need to force. Like, when you're a striker that hasn't scored a goal for a while, it's like the worst place to be in. Like, because mentally, you lose it here. And that's when you lose your sharpness, your decision making, your composure. A lot of times strikers, like Ollie Watkins was saying it in Aston Villa's 2-2 draw with Arsenal, a lot of times you don't want to be thinking about where you're going to hit the ball or what you're going to do. It's instinctual. And that's what you need to tap into. But anyway, my guys, 3-1 win today. Let's go. Finally, first win in the league. And it comes at the right time, because we have a massive game against Man City, and I'm hoping these guys are doing everything in their power to get that win, because that separation is desperately needed right now. And after not winning so many games, we need like a mini run of form. We need a mini bounce now. You know, we need to get at least some games our way. And I think a result against Man City next week, we can start talking properly, right? But anyway, shout out Trevor Jalaba. You know, Jehovah's Son is back where he belongs at our football club. Shame, how dare those directors, how dare they, for trying to use the fucking press and the lies and nonsense to talk down this guy's name. You're looking like a fool right now, Stuart and Winsley, I have to say. Even though, listen, I didn't agree with the fans attacking the family. That's low value behavior. I'm not here for that stuff. But you're looking like a fool right now, your decision making. But my guys... Yeah, I feel like my voice is going to get done very, very soon now. Like, imagine talking for 2.5 hours straight. My Lord, man. It's not easy. It ain't easy. But my guys, I want to say shout out to everyone who's... I got a lot of super chats today. I was so surprised. I streamed really last minute because I was behind on time. But we find ourselves in 4th place now. Nottingham Forest 4 points ahead of us. Crazy. But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up today. So many super chats, I'm always humbled by them. You guys interacting, who always come by to watch every stream, obviously. Yeah, all the reason why I'm a lot more consistent this season with it. But right now, I need to get on to making this review. In the meantime, check out today's big news video that's out now, just to keep yourself waiting before the review comes out. And yeah, my guys, I'm going to have something different today too. I'm going to have a player ratings video, but the player ratings is going to be a YouTube short. So I'm doing something a bit different. I've been meaning to do player rating videos, but I just don't think it makes sense. Like, there's no time to slot it in, you know. And you're only allowed to make like 2 uploads a day. Anything after that, you get no like publicity from YouTube. So yeah, my guys, I'm gonna bounce, get this review out, watch the news video, and I'll see you guys very soon. See you guys in a bit.